The epic tale of the male horse and the female horse. The male horse ran across the golden plains with thunder in his hooves, while the female horse followed gracefully with her shining mane flowing like silk. The male horse lifted his head proudly under the sun, and the female horse looked toward the horizon with calm determination in her eyes. The male horse neighed with a roar that shook the air, and the female horse responded with a soft but steady neigh that calmed the wild winds. The male horse stomped his hooves into the earth with raw strength, while the female horse moved lightly as though dancing across the grass. The male horse circled the field like a storm preparing to strike, but the female horse circled slowly like a moon moving across the night sky. The male horse charged with fierce energy in his chest, while the female horse stepped aside with quiet grace that balanced the force. The male horse whipped his tail in anger and defiance, and the female horse swayed her tail like a calm wave over still waters. The male horse's eyes blazed with untamed fury, while the female horse's gaze reflected wisdom and patience that endured storms. The male horse kicked the air with powerful legs, and the female horse bent her body with elegance, avoiding his raw energy. The male horse breathed heavily, his chest rising like mountains, while the female horse breathed gently, her calm rhythm soothing the air. The male horse struck the ground again with force, but the female horse stood steady like a stone that no storm could move. The male horse advanced with untamed dominance, while the female horse responded with stillness that revealed hidden power. The male horse roared with another neigh that echoed through the valley, and the female horse replied with a sound softer than rain yet strong as truth. The male horse's mane flew wildly like fire in the wind, while the female horse's mane glistened like streams of silver under moonlight. The male horse lowered his head and stomped forward with intent, and the female horse raised her head and stepped forward with equal resolve. The male horse moved closer, testing his rival with raw energy, while the female horse held her ground with unshakable calmness. The male horse showed anger in every muscle of his frame, but the female horse showed balance in every line of her body. The male horse's breath came out like thunderclaps, and the female horse's breath flowed like quiet rivers through the forest. The male horse prepared to strike once again, but the female horse prepared to resist with her unmatched endurance. The male horse leapt with fiery strength from his heart, while the female horse countered with the grace of unbreakable spirit. The male horse landed with a crash that sent dust into the air, and the female horse stepped through the dust like a queen untouched by chaos. The male horse's hooves struck again with fury, while the female horse's hooves moved with rhythm like a song of the earth. The male horse's roar filled the valley like a storm, while the female horse's melody flowed like dawn breaking darkness. The male horse bowed his head in exhaustion after the fury, but the female horse lifted her head in calm victory. The male horse admitted defeat through heavy breathing, while the female horse accepted triumph with quiet dignity. The male horse looked to the female horse not with anger but with respect, and the female horse looked back with eyes that spoke of balance and equality. The male horse stood tall once more, his chest rising with fury, while the female horse remained still, her breath calm and steady. The male horse shook his mane violently, sparks of dust flying from his body, but the female horse simply lowered her head with elegance, showing silent defiance. The male horse stomped the ground with all his weight, cracks forming beneath his hooves, while the female horse walked lightly over the same earth without leaving a mark. The male horse bared his teeth in rage, flashing dominance, while the female horse stared directly back with unflinching courage. The male horse advanced with thunder in his hooves, the sound rolling across the valley, while the female horse stepped slowly, her movements whispering patience. The male horse's shadow grew large under the setting sun, but the female horse's shadow stretched gracefully, joining the horizon like flowing silk. The male horse lowered his head and prepared to charge again, but the female horse stood firm, her body rooted like an ancient tree. The male horse rushed forward with all his strength, while the female horse shifted her stance, redirecting the force with flawless timing. The male horse struck the ground hard, sending dust clouds into the air, while the female horse moved through the dust like a spirit untouched. The male horse roared with anger, a sound heavy like thunder, while the female horse answered with a neigh soft yet strong like flowing water. The male horse showed raw strength in every muscle, but the female horse revealed unbreakable endurance in every heartbeat. The male horse became restless, his body trembling with rage, while the female horse remained steady, her calmness unshaken by chaos. The male horse tried to intimidate with his towering presence, but the female horse reminded him that size without control is weakness. The male horse's eyes burned with fire, while the female horse's eyes glowed with the coolness of moonlight. The male horse slammed his hooves into the earth, demanding submission. But the female horse lifted her head high, refusing defeat. The male horse circled in frustration, his fury building, while the female horse circled with grace, her patience endless. The male horse kicked the air with unmatched force, but the female horse spun lightly, letting the strike fade into emptiness. The male horse breathed heavily, sweat dripping like rain, while the female horse breathed calmly, her rhythm unbroken. The male horse once again lowered his head, ready to fight. But the female horse once again stood tall, ready to endure. The male horse released another neigh, louder than before. But the female horse answered with a soft call that calmed the valley. The male horse was a storm of anger and dominance, while the female horse was the mountain that the storm could never move. The male horse attacked with fury in his soul, but the female horse defended with wisdom in her spirit. The male horse grew desperate, his strength fading, while the female horse remained steady, her endurance rising. The male horse realized his fire could not burn forever, while the female horse realized her patience would outlast the storm. The male horse stumbled slightly as exhaustion grew heavy, while the female horse stepped forward with renewed confidence. The male horse tried one final charge, hooves tearing the ground, while the female horse stood unbroken, like steel wrapped in silk. The male horse crashed down with his weight, but the female horse bent like water, letting the force pass by harmlessly. The male horse roared in defeat, his energy drained, while the female horse neighed softly, her calm victory complete. The male horse lowered his head to the female horse, showing respect, while the female horse nodded gently, showing mercy. The male horse accepted that strength alone was not enough, while the female horse proved that balance between grace and power was eternal. The male horse turned his head toward the sky, understanding his limits, while the female horse turned her gaze toward the earth, honoring her victory. The male horse stood beside the female horse, no longer a rival, while the female horse stood beside the male horse, no longer an opponent. The male horse realized respect was stronger than domination, while the female horse showed that patience was sharper than rage. The male horse bowed slightly with dignity, while the female horse accepted with calm pride. The male horse carried scars of the battle on his body, while the female horse carried the strength of victory in her heart. The male horse no longer looked with fury, but with admiration. But the female horse no longer resisted, but stood in unity. The male horse learned humility through his struggle, while the female horse revealed her greatness through her calm. The male horse was fierce, yet the female horse was wise, and together they created balance in the wild. The male horse's strength found purpose in respect, while the female horse's grace found power in victory. The male horse and the female horse walked side by side after the battle, their hooves echoing harmony instead of conflict. The male horse no longer fought for dominance, while the female horse no longer fought for survival. The male horse had been fire, untamed and wild, while the female horse had been water, patient and enduring. The male horse understood that fire without control burns away, while the female horse proved that water always endures. The male horse left the battlefield changed forever, while the female horse left the battlefield stronger than ever. The male horse accepted the female horse as equal, while the female horse accepted the male horse with dignity. The male horse and the female horse stood together in silence, their battle complete, their story eternal.